Okay, Starfield is super impressive. I was already blown away by the game's previous trailers and information. However, the Starship customization feature must be the most impressive thing for me. We've all played games where we've flown ships, like Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen, yikes, but sometimes you can't customize your starship to your heart's content in these space games. This is where Starfield comes in with its best feature yet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as I'm covering Starfield this year and want you to join me in the adventure. The recent Starfield Direct via the Xbox Game Showcase gave us a new glimpse of the feature in action. Different modules can be installed to upgrade players' ships. For example, a habitat module will provide more room for the crew, while an improved grav drive allows ships to perform longer space jumps, FTL. These are core features of your ship customization, and it's a core feature of Starfield. But of course, it does go further than that. If you install a crafting module, you have a crafting option on the ship to use. It's pretty cool you can install different things like that to fully customize your ship and make it unique to yourself. We're going to go over this in today's video. But as a quick reminder, we've just started a new Starfield channel in my community Discord server. Come and chat with me to share your thoughts on the upcoming game. Sometimes cheeky comments will be used in videos, so get talking. Links in the video description and on screen now. Now, I'm a big fan of making aesthetic choices when designing a ship. Think of it like this. Your ship is almost like having another character. When we look at shows like Star Trek or Star Wars, the main ship like the Enterprise or the Millennium Falcon is also a main character. After almost a decade of playing a game like Space Engineers, which is a space sandbox game, I'm always keen to show off of my ship, especially when customizing it. Therefore, installing a section to store and display weapons is super cool to me. It makes sense if you're playing a bounty hunter or a pirating game, or you just want to be heavily armed. If you don't fancy designing or customizing your in-game ship, you could just steal someone else's. I'm telling you this now before we go into this feature more and more, and we'll make a dedicated video on shipboarding at another time. But it's more to save you time. Bethesda have confirmed that you can board a ship via docking to it and kill the crew, therefore taking control of their ship and adding it to your own fleet. I think this speaks to what type of gameplay is available for players. Anyway, let's talk more about the methods of ship customization, as you might be surprised by how hands-on you can get in-game. To modify your ship in-game, you must first head to a spaceport. Providing you have the money for it, you can change whatever you want. We'll go over the methods of customization in just a second, but it does look like you can fully customize your ship. You'll need some of the core features, so no, you can't just have a long string of engines, it's probably not going to work. Still, players can take advantage of a lot of variability in-game and modify to their heart's content. Starfield presents players with two methods of ship customization. First, we have the Ship Builder mode, which allows you to customize nearly every aspect of a ship. This includes the paintwork of a ship's systems. Yes, you can paint it red to go fast and add a new engine. To be fair, I'm interested in what type of ships you will design in-game. Comment down below. Are you going to be designing a super fast ship, perhaps an exploration ship, or maybe the best combat ship we've ever seen? Do let me know. I'm very interested in what you guys are going to come up with in-game and can't wait to see what it's about. Okay, well, we have the Ship Builder mode, which is on screen now. There's going to be some cases where you want to make a quick edit without all the detail. Thankfully, Bethesda have realized this and added a quick way to do ship customization. Compared to opening the full Ship Builder mode, which you need to do at a ship spaceport, edits can be quickly done via the menu. These two options provide the best of both worlds, as players who do not care for shipbuilding can quickly upgrade things and jump straight into exploration and action. In contrast, players who like to deep dive into the technical side of things can spend hours tweaking, customizing, and changing the appearance and abilities of their own starship. Thanks to the trailer in the Starfield Direct, we've already seen some people creating weird and wacky ships. Like there was an Optimus Prime robot taking off into space. I have seen some comments from you guys in the Discord server about building complex ship designs. For example, building a starship like a labyrinth, so it's just endless tunnels. It'll be interesting to see where the limits on the ship customization are for Starfield. On Reddit, I've seen some people thinking they're going to build the Serenity. That would be pretty cool. Maybe we could build an Enterprise, or maybe a Pelican from Halo. That would be pretty cool. Maybe even a Millennium Falcon. I think there's tons of options out there. Now, part of me wonders if we can build an asymmetrical style of ship. That'd be pretty cool. They're pretty popular in Star Wars, so it'd be nice to see what we can do there. One aspect of ship design is always the crew. You can actually hire a full crew to work on board your ship. This does include a companion like Vasco, my best robot friend, who I love dearly already and will probably be my favourite companion. These crew can be hired from cities like New Atlantis or spaceports. You can find them in a variety of areas in Starfield. Crew members can also be assigned to your outposts in-game, not just the ship. I'll review and talk more about outposts and planetside bases in another video, as there's a lot to discuss. Crew members come with a unique skill set. These skills will affect how things run wherever you send the crew. Putting someone with good targeting or weapon skill in the gun chair makes sense if you're on the ship. I do like this style of management, and it's kind of cool to see what variability and how you can increase the skills as well, especially taking the ship into combat. The Starfield Direct provided a good look at parts of your ship. The ship customization ship builder mode can add all these we talked about in the video. Looking at the parts, we've got an idea of what we've got so far. We've got weapons, these look like cannons, missiles, and potentially a laser beam. They've not been fully identified yet, but we can sort of make it a cannon and a missile system. We also have ship cowling, which is like armor placed of the ship and sort of, built onto aerodynamic features and things like that. Oh, and the shield generator component, kind of self-explanatory. Now, as I mentioned boarding earlier, you're going to need a docker component. The clue's in the name here. It allows you to dock to other ships, stations, or whatever you find out there. Fuel tanks are an option to add. It somewhat reminds me of a Rocinante from The Expanse. Extra fuel will be needed to travel further and perhaps commence atmospheric landings. This is also right next to the grav drive component. You can upgrade your grav drive at certain points to, perform faster FTL jumps and go longer distances. We also have a view of the habitat, where your crew are going to live and work essentially. This is also next to the cockpit. It does look like the cockpit can be expanded a fair bit in-game. I've seen rather large, almost capital ship-like, and then tiny bridges. We've also got the bay. Now, this does make me wish for ground vehicles which we could load up, but for now, it's the way in and out of the ship. Perhaps ground vehicles will come at a later date, maybe via story DLC or expansion. That could be pretty cool. Now, I do wonder if modifying a ship will make a difference when visiting different planet types. For example, if there is a storm or ice planet, you might need a tougher set of landing gear. You might also need those fuel tanks as well to get out of the gravity well, because you can use more fuel if the gravity is more intense on a planet. Something to keep in mind, and I hope this is a feature built onto the ship customization feature. Essentially, you'll need to modify your ship for a certain mission. That could be really cool and actually help the gameplay of Starfield very well. As mentioned earlier, your design and crew choices will affect how your ship performs. This is especially important when it comes to ship combat in-game. If you want more power and shields, you can do that while controlling your ship. It's kind of crazy the amount of mechanics in-game and how your design choice will affect your ship's performance. Overall, ship customization is one of the best features in Starfield so far. I can fully customize my ship, add new features, and change the painting style while also crewing it. It's awesome. It's going to help players have their own unique style of this RPG. But how big of a ship can we create? The ship customization demo from the Starfield Direct does show the space you can create starships in, but there's been no comment on whether there will be a size limit yet. I fully expect there to be one, as we're not going to be able to build Star Destroyers, but I'm sure many of you are going to hit the walls of it very soon once you get in game on September 6th. However, with that saying, the Optimus Prime ship I mentioned earlier is rather massive, so it looks like we can push the limits rather far. Naming ships is going to be fun as well. During the Direct, we can spot one of the developers has named their ships the Dumpster Fire, which makes me ask all of you watching this video, what will you be naming your creations in-game? Perhaps the Normandy if we're going after Mass Effect, or maybe we'll do a Colonel Jack O'Neill and try and name it the Enterprise. Again, we've just started the Starfield channel in my community Discord server. Come and chat with me to share your thoughts on the upcoming video game from Bethesda. Sometimes comments will be used in videos, so get talking. That's where I got the idea for that Labyrinth comment from today. The links in the video description and on screen now. Bonus points if you can make me laugh with a funny ship name. I'll feature in the next video with the username. That's it for myself today. I've been Captain Jack. Starfield releases on September 6th, 2023. It is available to pre-order right now. Obviously pre-order at your own risk. If you want to keep up to date with the latest Starfield news, lore, and more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you very soon.